There's no good way to put this. It's another Netflix action movie that takes the blah road.
It's another one of those where they had a trailer, and you were like, this looks so cool. This is going to be another one of those great comic book, or they've been doing a lot of, what do they call them, graphic novels over on Netflix.
Yeah, a lot of comic book adaptations.
And I think
at
some
novels.
point, it keeps going through my head, are we going to have like some graphic novel, like crossover, where we're going to have Extraction crossing over with Old Guard?
I can see them trying with this. They're trying for a franchise.
Like like you said, the first episode.
And we deserve more.
We deserve more.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mike. This is Larry. We're with the Movie Cranks, and tonight we saw the premiere, the epic premiere of The Old Guard from Netflix.
Yeah. Who are you? You can call me Andy. I lead a group of soldiers. Fighters, like you. With an extremely rare skill set.
What do you mean?
Starring Charlize Theron. A lot of people I don't know. Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Chiwetel Ejiofor, I believe how you say it.
Okay, that wasn't even close.
Nope.
What can we say? This is another
Netflix
cut
movie.
And paste, kind of copy paste. Yeah. What did this movie feel like to you in some certain places?
Honestly, okay, I watched a movie just this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Archive. It is a very small movie.
What was the name?
Archive.
Oh, Archive. They said Antichrist. I'm like, what?
So Archive.
What? But no, it's called Archive, and it's a very small movie, very low budget. They're working through one building. There's a little bit outside, and that's about all there is.
Minimal.
But it felt large. Yeah. This movie, to me, there's always different locations, but it felt small.
Yes.
And that's mostly because when I was watching this, I felt like it was all shot on sets, very small locations.
It did have a lot of empty streets, empty buildings. There was a lot of stuff that make you feel hollow.
Yeah, well, think about Extraction.
Right.
When you watch Extraction, you're like, I know this was shot in a real location. This was shot over in Mumbai.
Yeah, and they had a lot of people would come in, and they had fruit sellers and motorcycle guys.
But you could just tell it was all on a small set. I mean, it's not unredeemable. I mean, Charlize Theron, you gotta love her. And anything she really does
not really.
to me.
I didn't like her at all in this.
You're a dead man. You're a dead man!
It's not the best character for her here.
She played the same character. Remember her with the dreads in Fast and the Furious?
I gotta tell you, this whole saving the world Robin Hood nonsense you've been doing recently, it's not you. I need you to get back in the car, please.
This isn't real. No, this is real.
You haven't figured this out yet. You can't die.
Get up. Ah! Fuck!
Can you please not do that again?
She was all tough and badass. It was the same character. No personality. Kind of a grump the whole movie. Doesn't tell you anything about what she did in her past.
Now that's something I had a big problem with. Now, I will say I don't know the graphic novel. Don't know how it went. Never read it. But if she had a past in the graphic novel, it's definitely not shown here. They show just little clippets.
No, they have a storyboard.
Yeah, just to introduce somebody.
It's the orgy of evidence like they had in Unbreakable. It was like it was the scene with all the stuff on the walls and look what he did here and da da da. That's all they give you. The whole movie, I'm waiting for an answer. What the hell were these people? Where did they get their power? What did they do? And it comes out to you.
It's just they are what they are.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's memory.
There's no getting their power.
No,
they're just born with it.
They don't explain hardly anything.
Yeah.
Except they can be shot, stabbed, and they come back.
I was just hoping for a reason by the end of this movie, a reason show me a reason why they are doing what they do. They seem like at the beginning like they're militants, and that's why I thought from the trailer they were going to be militants, and they're not.
Mercenaries.
They just seem to be out for themselves, and I'm like, is that what this is all about? They're just trying to live as long as they can, even though they live like 5,000 fucking years.
That's a perfect explanation. They're trying to live, and that's what all this movie is about. If you had to break this movie down into what is it, you could say it's this. The government finds out about them. The government and scientists are chasing them.
Mother.
And they're trying to stay alive. That is it. That's this whole movie. Yeah. They don't save anybody. They don't rescue anyone. They don't save the world.
And
they don't do anything.
And there's not that big scene about the past that I was wanting to get when they're talking about how old is Charlize Theron in this movie. And they just keep going, well, she's so old. You don't want to know how old she is. But what did you think about this, the fighting?
John Wick.
Yeah. I felt that kind of a little bit.
Oh.
It's just really, to me, it was really bad choreographed John Wick.
They would do this. The fighting involved hand-to-hand combat that became gung fu. It was drop the clip, grab it from here, click it in, and shoot the guy right here in the head.
Now, I will say Charlize Theron is good at gung fu.
Yeah, she is.
I thought she was, like, watching her. She's going through the action.
She's as good as Halle Berry at it.
Yeah, just like when she was in Atomic Blonde.
Now, the other
really good
people?
at that. They were okay. I mean, I didn't really care for a lot of these characters. That was my biggest problem.
Yeah, I didn't
I'm just like, okay, they can't die. There's no stakes.
You got Booker, Joe, Nikki. Those are the three guys. And I just didn't have any connection to them. They had no story.
And I think the biggest problem this movie really had was its story going in. There's no stakes.
Yeah, there's no. They admit what the hell's going to happen.
They admit at the beginning, you really can't die, especially because they bring in a new student.
Yep.
And she's new, and they're even like, "You're way too early to die. You're not going to die."
Right. So immediately you give this person like unlimited lives, like a cheat code.
Cheat? Why you?
Yeah.
And that's the way this movie felt. It felt like it was cheating because here's the setup, and I had a real problem with this. This movie felt like one long setup from start to finish. They introduce the characters, and then they do some meaningless stuff all the way to the end. The third part of the movie ends up being like the third act. It doesn't happen. It just ends. And then you find out, oh, it's sequel bait time. Yeah. These people had problems. And if you're going to have people to look up to, people to care about, like the X-Men or any of the Avengers, anybody else, you care about them because you care about their person, the people they're representing, like Black Widow. You care about her character. These people were drunks. They were angry. They were mean and bitter. They were depressed. They were upset. They wanted to die.
Well, at one point, and that's why I didn't get out of this movie, because there's a point in which they let you know that the oldest of these characters kind of wants to die, but then when they're given the opportunity, they just don't take it.
Well, that's the twist. See, that's the whole twist of the end in the movie was what's going to happen to this character that you love now, that you've spent so much time with, that we don't know nothing about.
Oh, we got to talk about the soundtrack.
Yes, I was getting there next.
So
the
weird.
music was difficult.
I'm going down fighting. I'm going down fighting.
Who the hell are you?
Where's the last?
Yeah, it just doesn't go along with it. Like, sometimes they're playing some, like, 1980s sounding, like, cyberpunk
background music.
And then
Yeah.
they're playing some EDM, and then they're playing some of this and some of that, and you're
Well,
like,
then they got some like pop music.
yeah.
Pop music during the action scenes.
Stop it. Stop it. Please stop.
I don't really know what this movie was trying to do, to tell you the truth. I mean, I kind of walked away a little.
Yeah.
Actually, I walked away extremely
Midway.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Because I really thought, like you said, a midway, but I really thought this was going to be a B+ or an A.
Yeah, I did too.
Especially with all this going on, I was just waiting for a good movie. And you know, like over the past few years, it's like comic book movie. We've been spoiled a little bit.
Yeah, we had excellent movies up until COVID.
And then COVID hits,
Yep.
and we start just getting whatever the studios want to unload.
Anything they got in the playbook, they're just throwing it out there. They don't care.
They're keeping us entertained, but they're not keeping us from wanting to go kill each other yet.
It's just stick with TV. There's plenty of good TV shows on. There's old stuff. There's things that
Watch some Last Kingdom.
yeah,
That is
Last
an amazing
Kingdom,
show.
Hannibal, all these other ones that we're watching.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't know. It's just the movies that Netflix is putting together.
Score it though.
Well, this is a tough one. Yeah, when I thought about it, I thought, you know what? At least it wasn't too boring.
Yeah,
It was
not boring.
bland, but it wasn't boring. Bad characterizations. The script and the way it took us to the end was not great. The music was terrible. Sound effects and all that were great. And the fighting, even though, yeah, it was copy-paste, it still was amazing. And Charlize Theron, she can act when it comes to fighting. I didn't care for her character. I cared for very few of them. I would have to say this will get a C- from me.
Yeah, for me, production felt low. Seemed like it was all on sets, small. There are times I did like it. I did like the fights. I did like the action.
Yeah.
With you, I liked the effects, the gun sounds. It all felt pretty authentic. The locations were off.
I like when they
The
sat around
acting-
talking about what they used to do.
Yeah, I just wish they would have developed the characters and gave them some personality.
Right.
And, I mean, some of them do come out with some personality, but just not enough for me. It was just very bland.
No, we
very,
needed-
very basic. I would give this a C. I was really hoping for an A.
We needed
But-
Keanu for an A.
Yeah, we definitely needed Keanu.
Yeah. I kind of enjoyed that.
Yeah, I know you did.
What do we got coming up tomorrow?
We got Greyhound.
Greyhound.
So definitely come back for that. I'm going to try to do my own review of Archive, which I've talked about here a little
And
bit.
Palm Beach.
Which seem bigger.
Or-
Palm Beach if I have time.
Yeah.
I hear it's actually pretty good, so I may check that one out too. But I think that's all we got for now.
That's
Do
it.
us a favor though. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. Help us get a few more subscribers.
That's all we asked for.
That's all you got?
Yep.
All right, guys. We'll see you later.
We'll see ya.